What's up, guys? So, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Tyler. I'm the owner of Driven, which is my online coaching business and my clothing brand. This is going to be the start of my journey on YouTube. I've been working on my brand for a couple of years now, and I want to start bringing more value, more content to this platform. You can follow me on Instagram and everything below. But I want to come on here and talk about my story and how I got here and what the journey's been like for me. I think looking back at this, once I finish this video, and as time goes by and achieve the goals that I've set out for myself, it's going to be really good to reflect on and also be able to see like the people that I've been able to help and impact, because that is the whole point of my business, is to inspire others and show people that you can do exactly what I can do. I can do exactly what other people are doing as long as you just set your mind to it and take the risks. There is, a lot of things I've been through in my life that have impacted things around me substantially. What I've been pursuing in business is inspired by something that has happened, which I'm going to get into. But I'm just here to bring more value to you guys, motivate you guys, and be the inspiration that I can, because I've looked up to so many other people as well for motivation, to help me set the habits, set the goals, take the risks when people are telling you it's too risky to start this and that, take their leap of faith and drop out of college. A lot of the things that, a lot of people are afraid to do. So, yeah, I might as well get into it from the beginning. So let's get into the video. So I wrestled all the way through middle school until I was 19. My family is very big into wrestling. My brother, me and him wrestled together. And when I finished wrestling, like, I was never a big kid. I was like 130 pounds when I finished wrestling. And that was like a year after high school or whatever. And I became obsessed with weight training. I always trained like during wrestling and things like that, but never like put on that size. I started watching bodybuilders, kind of get into that. I wanted to put on size. I was not strong really. I was athletic, but I was like a stick. So I wanted to fill out my clothes. I wanted to get stronger. Just everything. I wanted to, I was like ripped, but I was like, I need some size, dude. So that was like one of my biggest focuses. Started training, started like growing a bit, and it was cool seeing the results and everything. And I always had a passion too for training people and helping people. I didn't take it that seriously for a while. I would help like my friends, family, and people in the gym that would ask me for help and stuff. So basically in 2020, my life completely took a turn and changed forever in June of 2020, where I lost my mom to cancer. My mom was sick for majority of my life, on and off. It was definitely a struggle throughout, growing up as a teenager and everything, and seeing her like that, and having to watch her continuously fight and fight and fight, and doctor's appointments, and all of us just being there for her and trying to help her, stay motivated and keep fighting as hard as she could. And in 2020, it progressively got worse from like that December, going into the new year. It progressed like very quickly, and eventually it just completely took over, and she couldn't fight any longer, and it really wasn't anything that we can do at that point. So in June, we had to say goodbye to my mom, and that completely destroyed me. Me and my mom were super close, had an amazing relationship. I couldn't have asked for a better mother. I couldn't have asked for a stronger mother. She was the strongest person I've ever met in my life. And before she passed away, the pandemic hit, and I was at the point where I did not want to be in college anymore. School was not for me. It was never for me, even high school. I never had good grades. I was always just like so passionate about other things, and it had nothing to do within the classroom. It was with wrestling. It was just physical shape, just constantly like working on myself to be the best athlete I could. And my passion grew so fast into the gym. That's when social media started to like pick up, and I started seeing all these entrepreneurs starting clothing brands and these athletes and bodybuilders, and kind of that realm began. And I really wanted to, become a coach someday, and really wanted to start a clothing brand. Um, I remember looking at like Christian Guzman and like Gymshark and all these brands starting, and I was like, oh, I want to do that so bad. And I didn't really have like a clear vision of it yet, but I just knew it was something I wanted to do. And she was very, very scared when I told her I didn't want to be in college anymore. She wanted me to get a degree and have that security and have that first before I pursued it. But I knew I'm young, like I want to go for it. Like this is all I want to do. I want to be in the gym every single day after work. Like that's all I wanted to do. And lifting with my friends and just the grind was something I was just obsessed with at that point. And especially starting to see results and everything, it fueled it even more. Um, but then eventually, after she passed, I had like no sense of purpose. I was at like rock bottom. Um, that grieving process starts, and it's not something anyone prepares you for. And I can't even describe like the emotions that I felt. I was extremely depressed. My anxiety was through the roof. It just felt like getting through the day was just hard in every aspect, like being able to handle situations and just have the motivation to do things. And like I understood that motivation isn't always there and it comes in a discipline, but it got to a point where like the gym didn't even feel like enjoyable for me, and that was supposed to be like my therapy. And I didn't know what to do with myself. Um, I was leaning on the people close to me, my family, everybody, and that's what we were all doing. But a lot of us, I have a brother and a sister, and we kind of didn't know what to do, and it kind of just became consuming your time with just trying to be around people, try and find something fun to do, or just get your mind off of it completely. My mom was such a huge part of my life that like losing her was like you were just forced into this new life that you had to just figure out how to do it without her. And I was always like a very competitive person. I always wanted to like strive for something, and like not having a goal or anything to strive for was just killing me. And I didn't know how to get out of it. And it was just felt like every day was on repeat, repeat, and just dealing with the grief and missing her and sad. And, that went on for quite a bit. Um, Around like September, November, well, no, more like September, August, September, I started to get a fire lit in me, and I made a promise to her that this was what I was going to do and I was going to be successful before she passed, like pursuing this and the vision that I had. And I knew at this point it's like I'm not getting anywhere. I need to try and help myself as well, and I need to do something that's going to make her proud, and I need to build myself into the man that she would want me to be. And that's where I started really getting that urge to like, all right, I want to start a brand. Like this is what I want to do now. It's time to make her proud. It's time to and it was also sad too because like I want her to see the things that I'm going to achieve. I know she's up there and she's seeing everything I'm achieving right now, but to think about going on a journey without her when she was like at every single wrestling match of mine, just I play the guitar a lot and that for me is like music is therapy. Like her encouraging me to do that and seeing me play, just all these things. And like now to start a new chapter in my life, and she wasn't there. It was just like a very bittersweet feeling. But I wanted to get to work, and I started to try and figure out what I'm gonna name the brand. And sure enough, it came pretty quick. Like, cause my mom used to say how driven I was. Like, I'm an all in or all out kind of person. When I have a vision, that's it. I'm gung ho on it, and you're not stopping me. And I'll have people all around me telling me like, no, this and that, their opinions, and I don't listen. Um, so I was like, I'm gonna name the brand Driven, and I wanted to create an aesthetic to it, so I abbreviated it DRVN, created the logo, and boom, it started from there. Got a couple tanks, tees, and I started the brand. And business, is a pretty rude awakening, not knowing or ever starting a business and not knowing what it was going to entail. But I knew, that's what the journey is you got to start somewhere and start from the bottom. So all I can do is just learn. And you definitely face a lot of failures within a business, but the wins mean a lot more when you get them. So year after year, the brand just kept growing. Training wasn't online coaching wasn't as like big yet for me. It was like I said, like was helping people on the side kind of thing. Didn't really think of like what I can do with a business with it. Um, So the main focus was really the clothing brand and training now. I kind of got to a point where the flip switched again, and training again was like my therapy, and it wasn't something I felt like it was like a chore for me to get up and go to the gym. I started to really progress a lot, and I was just grinding in the gym, putting on size. I was probably getting into the best shape I was at that point, and it was just all about driven and improving myself. And it's even still, I'm still working on myself to this day. But at that point, I really started to progress a little bit. It's a very up and down roller coaster, and like anybody that's lost somebody, you kind of just know it's a wave. You have your highs and your lows, and that was the same thing with business. So it was very hard trying to manage emotions and between my personal self and internally and mentally, and then with the business and things like that. But the gym was definitely something where I can say it like saved me because it kept me like centered and it kept the focus in the gym, which was the brand and my mental and physical health as well. So, um, yeah, I mean, it's been a journey, and you know, it was bittersweet at times because I've had some really big successes and like launch days and things that would turn out for the brand really well. And as happy as I can be, I just wish that one person was there. And I know my mom is looking down, and she's honestly, I know she's guiding me, and I know God and her have my back and are pushing me to become my best self. But that's what I just kept reminding myself all the time. It's just failure or success, just keep working to become the best version of myself, and that's it. And now building the brand and people seeing what I was building it from and who I was becoming, it was inspiring them. And now people would tell me about their stories, whether they got injured with something or a car accident or a family situation or a loss. Like I started to be able to connect with a lot of people, and not everybody can relate 100% of what's going on. And realistically, like if you lost somebody, you can't relate exactly to that person because you didn't know that person's family member or friend or who it may be. Everyone's experienced that person and connected themselves. So as much as you can relate, you can't 100%. But to be able to know that my brand was inspiring people and people would put on that shirt and go into the gym or go on a run or whatever they were doing, college sports, anything, like to see that it was something that was motivating them was like really special to me. And I knew, I'm like, I got to keep building this because I have my purpose to keep my promise to her and fulfill this for myself. But now I know I'm doing something that's creating something for other people around it, and they're following and they're getting inspired to chase their dreams, take the leap of faith on whatever they want to go for. So it really just became a lot more motivating. And up until recently, in the past year or so, like I've seen the best success I've seen yet. And it really started getting to me. I'm like, I didn't really post on social media that much. I did a while ago, but it kind of stopped, and it was just focusing on the business side on the Instagram for Driven. But I knew I wanted to document this and like see where one I was coming from and getting to my goals, and I also want to be able to provide value for people and motivation and inspire people along the way. And it's social media, you see a lot of the wins, but you don't see a lot of the losses or the in between. And like that's something I want to be able to be just completely upfront about, and um, just provide that content of in the trenches, whether it's with the brand or within myself and me working on myself. It's just this is where I want to build on the platform with YouTube and really connect with you guys, and hope you guys connect with the journey and with me as well. And I can motivate you guys to start doing whatever it is that lights your soul on fire. Just go for it, because I'm just some average guy. And for me, like I'm gonna be turning 27 in 2 weeks, and part of me, I compare myself to a lot of people sometimes, which I know comparison is the thief of joy. But when I lost my mom, my world stopped, and I felt like everyone else around me, their world just kept on going, and I felt like I was getting left so far behind in life because I was just dealing with all this internal emotion, the grief, my mental health. And I've struggled with my mental health before my mom passed, like since I was in middle school, where I really started to develop like anxiety and depression. And it's something constantly I've been battling through. And I know a lot of men like don't really open up about it, and that's something I want to use my platform to as well, because when you're isolated and you're by yourself and you're trying to become the best version you can be, and you're stuck within your head and only you and your thoughts, like it's nice to know that other people can relate and can help. And I hope I can be that for somebody. And um, So I, and also taking the risk as an entrepreneur, it's, very few have that quick success. And I I never really saw like a spark that it was going to happen like that. I knew it was going to be a grind and figure out all the fundamentals of the business. And also, that's where I compared myself a little bit because of what I was going through. I felt like it was hindering my success at times and holding me back. But, I just know life, everything happens for a reason, and that's the path that I'm on right now, and that's the journey. So I just have to trust that. And like I said, I know my mom and God have my back, and they're protecting me and pushing me forward day by day. And when things are getting rough, I know I'm being tested, and it's going to build me and my character and my self improvement for a better man. And fast forward to today, I have fully launched my coaching business. Driven is also along with Driven. Everything is just combined at this point. And I've done the work with myself and I've improved myself, which I'm continuously doing day by day. But I know I have the tools to help other people, and that's what I want to do. And with the brand, it serves a different purpose, creating that community of driven. And like I said, the goal chasers and the people that are setting dreams for themselves and setting up their lives and improving themselves. And then, if I can be that person that can help someone get from point A to B and achieve their goals and be in their corner and help them chase, even further goals than just a physique or a mindset, I would, it would just mean the world to me that I know I can do that for somebody. Um, so they don't have to go through it alone. Because I've definitely had to go through a lot alone. It's been quite the challenge, but that's what life is, and it's going to knock you down at times. And you just got to get right back up. You can't let anything stop you. And it really is when you don't quit, you can see the opportunities and the things arise in your life when you just keep on going day by day. And when I used to wrestle too, my wrestling coach, unfortunately too, he passed away after my senior year. And every day in practice, we'd be meeting at the end, and he would be saying, the season's about 100 or so days, but you can take this for life. You get 1% better every day. Every single day, you're 1% better. And whatever kind of aspect that you're chasing, you can get 1% better every day if you just put your mind to it. And now I'm at the point I'm seeing the biggest success I've seen. I'm becoming who I want to be day by day. I'm in the best shape of my life right now. And, I'm not going to lie, it's still hard. It's been a few years now, but it is definitely still hard. My mom's presence not being here is something that I feel every single day. I always think about her, no matter what I'm doing. But I just know that I'm making her proud, and that's the continuous goal, is to keep this promise for her. And that's my purpose for this business and this brand and what it means to me. And I hope it becomes something part of your lives and big for you guys as well when you think about it every day. The driven mindset and just implementing that into every single thing that you go for. No matter how small or big the goal is, just everything driven day by day, 1% better. And, I want to be able to talk about these things with people, like I said, because so we can relate. And, if you guys ever need to reach out about anything to me, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. All my links are down below as well. It's good to be able to talk to people that, have been through similar things that you have. And like I said, my coaching is more than just losing weight or putting on muscle. It's building that mindset that I was just talking about day by day. And I've learned how to create the habits for myself, to help myself mentally, to master my mind and help myself out of those dark times and keep consistency and structure in my life, that I've been able to progress day by day to advance physically or within my businesses and things like that. And that's something that if I can teach you guys as well, I would love to be able to assist you guys on that journey. But hopefully if you guys made it this far in this video, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm excited to bring you guys on this journey with me and document everything. I wish I started this sooner, but it is what it is, and I'm glad I'm here talking now and opening up to you guys. And I'm going to provide the best value I can. I'm going to stay raw, uncut as I can with everything. Motivational talks, training videos, days in the lives of me growing the brand. I want to bring you guys on this journey, and can't wait when you guys are here, starting here with me, and we're up here because I have high goals for this brand and for my life, and it's gonna be cool to see you guys part of it, and I want to see what you guys build as well, taking motivation from here. So, with that being said, thank you guys for listening and hearing my story and how I got here and the journey. And whatever you guys are chasing out there, just be sure to enjoy the journey. Just day by day. Don't think about the destination. Just enjoy the journey, and don't compare yourselves to things around you. Just focus on yourself, and you're going to get there if you believe in yourself. That's the most important thing. So thank you guys for watching the video. My Instagram, my coaching link is in the bio, and my clothing brand as well. You guys can check everything out. We're going to be coming with weekly videos. I'm going to be trying to post about 2 or 3 a week. Give you guys the best content I can. So be sure to like and subscribe to the video, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.